Got lots of deals in your pipeline, but not closing enough of them? Want to see the tills ring more and get that closure rate upwards? This video is for you. I'm going to share with you 4 key things you want to do and put in place to improve your close rate. So if you're keen, want to do more business, want to get more money in your pocket, watch the video. So closing business is a process you have to go through, and anyone that tells you it can be done on the first time you have a conversation with someone is talking rubbish. But there are things you can do to improve your closure rate. What are they, and how can you make them work for you to get those numbers at the end of the month or quarter looking good? My point number 1 is this: organise your leads and the deals you've got. Don't be where you've got them on lots of bits of paper sitting around in your notebook here and there. Get a CRM system or even use a spreadsheet and organise all the opportunities that you've got. Leads slip through the cracks a lot of the time because people forget what they've been doing, where and how. And when you put them all together in one, you can then start to measure and start to see what's happening, what's taking place with the leads you've got, and start to see where you can move them forward to close more. Those 3 or 4 leads that you didn't follow up with, or you didn't do the right thing with, or that you didn't even record down, that was suddenly, or the networking person you met that you didn't put in the system, all drops the leads downwards. Put them into a system, organise yourself, be in a position where you make it work for you, and it's going to help you then see that you've got 40 leads rather than 30, and then if you're still closing 30%, you're closing more as a result. Organise yourself, use a system. It's the starting point of good sales management, and certainly the starting point of closing more. So my point number 2 around being able to close more is to qualify more effectively. One of my most popular videos is Banter. I'll put a link into the video here. But qualifying the prospects you have more effectively is the best way to improve closure rate. Why? Because you save yourself time and you focus on the people that are already going to do business with you. Don't chase people who haven't got the budget for your services, or don't chase people who can't make a decision or want to make a decision but maybe for a couple of years' time. Utilise the right questions to qualify your prospect more effectively. Where in the buying process are you? Who else will you consult about the decision? How will you look at about investing in this solution? What's driving you to do this right now? What are the critical factors that make this project a success for you? What would put you off a provider and what would make you warm to someone? Asking those great questions is key. My download to 52 most qualifying sales questions can help you qualify. And when you qualify more effectively, yes, you might have more people saying it's no, it's not the right time, but you'll be closer to the ones that are going to say yes, and that's going to move that closure rate upwards. So one of my worst ever sales mistakes was when I presented a part of a solution that wasn't what someone wanted to hear. And I basically gave them information that wasn't of interest to them. And too many salespeople just reel out their presentation with all the information. And the reality is there's no such thing as boring presentations, just disinterested minds. The thing is this: if you want to improve your conversion rate as well as qualifying effectively, present only the information that the prospect cares about. If the prospect has told you about point A and point B, talk to them about that, find out why those are so important, and then give them information related to that. Don't just talk about A, B, C, D, and E, and F because it's in your standard list of information to go through. Be very focused on the time that the prospect has and what really matters to them. The key thing is focusing on the things that matter to the prospect. I was in a sales presentation this week and I know the CIO I was talking to had 2 things that concerned her: the detail of the delivery of how we're going to put something in place and the risks associated with it. And what did I do? Yes, I covered a few of the other elements in a softer bit of information at the side, but I focused on those 2 areas. I talked about why these things could be dealt with, how we'd overcome those challenges, how we'd make those thoughts in her mind go away. And hopefully, don't know yet, the net result will be they'll want to work with us. But the chances are it's going to improve your closure rate when you focus on things that matter to people, not just your standard list of information. The questions you should be asking are: tell me more about the key things that matter to you. What would make this a valuable use of your time? How would you like to receive information? What would be key for you? What would you like to cover in the next 20 minutes that would make it helpful for you? So if the prospect starts talking about things that are interested in to them, such as service A or the warranty or the pricing, focus and ask them a bit more, tell them a bit more about what makes that so key, and then give them that information. Hopefully what I've shared with you has helped. What other information would be valuable for you in order to make a decision? What else can we share with you that can help you decide what you want to do? The key thing is give them what they need and what they want to see, but don't focus on a whole load of other stuff unless it's something they find valuable. And if they do, share it with them. But if they don't, give them the information they want, then ask them what the next steps are and how they want to move forward. It's hoping you give them enough assurance that you're the right company to work with and get that closure in place and the business won. And my 4th and final point is this: be next step obsessed. Be in a position where you always want to know, really enjoyed meeting you today. I appreciate you're going to have some time to think about it. But what I'd like to do is put a date in the diary for when we can speak. And even if it turns out that you don't want to go forward, that's okay. But at least let's get to a point where we both know where we are. Or if someone says to you, oh, yeah, we're having to think about it. Great that you're having to think about it. Why don't we connect up next Thursday? You can tell me where you're at. If it turns out that it's a great option for you, fantastic. We can get the paperwork in place. If it turns out it's not, hey, no worries. We've not lost anything and we wish you all the well for the future. Get next step obsessed. When you leave it open to chance, it happens, and the reality is you may not get the call back from that person that you want. Focus on the next step. Focus on defining that next time place and that next time period for what's going to happen, whether it's a yes or a no, and it's going to hopefully enable you to improve the close rates. Even if you get a no, you can mark that one off, learn what to do next time to pre-qualify it better or whatever's required for that solution, and then get the business in place. So these 4 things can help you close if you use them in the right place. Make sure you qualify more effectively. Make sure you present only what's relevant and required. Make sure that you're in a position to organise your information in the right way, and make sure that you're in a position to define the next step. Do that, get those closure rates up, and let me know how you get on. I can't wait to see you get an even better sales success and winning more business. Thanks for watching. See you soon.